Oh, y'all thought things couldn't get any worse? Prosecutors claim OTF Jam will testify that Lil Durk took him to the bathroom and told him to stop committing so many murders. OTF Jam is confirmed as prosecution witness number 1. Today at the federal courthouse following Lil Durk's hearing, it was revealed that prosecution witness number 1 is OTF Jam, who is one of the most talked about alleged cooperators connected to the case. And not just because he's snitching on Lil Durk, but because he is allegedly, and it's about to be confirmed, a whole hitman in these Chicago streets.
See, the thing I gotta let you know about this shit is, in my opinion, if you're gonna do crime, you should probably do this shit by yourself. Cause it could double back like this. He hired this dude to do this shit. He probably paid him 50 racks or some shit. And now he's testifying against him in court because Little Durk got lawyer money, but he don't got lawyer money. So he definitely gonna snitch because ain't nobody sitting down for like 50, 40, 20 years. What? For you? Shit, you ain't even paying me that much.
Lil Durk hearing, and we just had some very, very interesting information about, you know, possibly the most well-known alleged cooperator in this case, OTF Jam. Now, there was a crazy back and forth where they brought up a bunch of things about Jam. They said that the song Back Again was going to be used, and I'm not going to lie, I was happy to hear that because that's like one of my favorite songs.
Facts.
That is one of Durk's best songs, I'm not gonna lie.
Before I let him finish, let's see why Back Again would be used. Blast his ass. I don't even ask when it comes to cash, they catch him, blast his ass. Jam, get out that jam, I gave him 50 and gotta ask again. He was catching murders way back then, that's when the max was in. Let's break this down, right?
Oh my God.
Now, allegedly,
it's like these motherfuckers are wordsmiths when it comes to writing about killing people, bro. That shit is crazy.
Blast his ass.
It's like modern poetry. Modern poetry.
I don't even ask when it come to cash, they catch him, blast his ass. This is supposed to be in reference to none other than FBG Cash, who was very close with FBG Duck and all of the guys associated with that side. Cash was one of the last to die. One of the last things he did was take a picture at King Von's mural right outside of O Block, putting on Instagram, whole world witness your main sniper get his shit splack. And I mean, not long after this, Cash got killed and the photos came out.
Well, damn. He didn't last that long.
Laying there stiff as shit. It's just a recurring event. Someone mocks the dead and then joins them. So allegedly, this was about Cash. I don't even ask when it come to Cash, they catch him, blast his ass. And how I would break that down is, it's not even a question. If you see him, kill him. Jam, get out that jam, I gave him 50, ain't gotta ask again. He was catching murders way back then, that's when the max was in. Now this is a throwback story post of Lil Durk saying, Jam, where you at, bitch? And apparently Durk gave OTF Jam 50,000 in cash after he came home.
See what I told you? See what I told you?
I'm talking about blood, like that shit gonna shake. Real family though.
You got that?
Real members only.
Get out that jam and give him 50, he ain't gotta ask again, bro. Fact. I love bro for can't this shit forever.
And then obviously saying that Jam was catching murders way back when the max was in. I mean, this.
Why the fuck are you doing that, bro? Why you say snitching in these rap songs, bro? They self-snitching in these rap songs. How the fuck you gonna say you getting 50 racks? They have evidence of you giving him 50 racks. Then you talk about how he caught murders way back then. Why you snitching on him for? Why you letting people know he caught murders back then?
So he's basically alleging that OTF Jam is an old hitter.
Oh my God.
Been a hitter. Jam said he loved Durk for giving him 50K when he got out. Well, we're gonna see how much he loves Durk inside of this federal courtroom, because now apparently he's gonna testify and say it all.
But obviously, you know, in that song, he talks about, you know, Jam got out that jam, I gave him 50,000, he ain't got to ask again. Well, they're basically saying that Jam is going to testify and cooperate and say that that 50,000 that Durk gave him that he rapped about him Back Again, which bear in mind was made before King Von even died, but Jam is going to testify and say that he believes that he was given that money basically as like, you know, as a show of loyalty to basically kind of get, you know, some kind of like future as basically not like a prepayment, but basically like on the hopes that in future he might be able to do things for him. He might be able to slide for him. Now, what's crazy is that he's allegedly gonna testify that actually when they were filming a music video, at some point, okay, this is absolutely crazy. At some point, all right, Durk and a bunch of the other members apparently confronted Jam in a bathroom. They took him into the bathroom, which is super weird, and they apparently confronted him, and they basically said, "You moving too hot, you're gonna get us jammed up. You got to be more careful about committing murders, and you're gonna get the feds on us." Now, apparently that wasn't talking about the Pab murder. Apparently there's other murders, and it sounds like he's actually going to admit to the feds that he was doing all kinds of murders that haven't even been prosecuted by the sounds of it, not even related to this murder, and that he was basically a top hitter in OTF and for the Black Disciples, and that it was really that serious, and Jam was doing all that. So Jam's name came up a couple times.
Now, Trench's news, love him or hate him, from what I remember, it came out that he was like a paid informant from Chicago, and he was really around a lot of people, you know, famous people in the drill music scene. But he's saying FBG Cash was shot and killed for Lil Durk by OTF Jam, which is crazy, because that means the same person testifying against Durk was literally the same one that took out Cash, and then Durk literally put it in a song. And this is the thing about these killer snitches, right? Is just because they're snitching, it doesn't mean that
they will kill you, bro. Don't act. Listen, man. Y'all think rats are scared, because they sometimes scary, but if a rat snitches on you, don't get it construed as him not willing to kill you over his life either. Cause shit, they may be fucking rats, but they're also fucking killers.
Killer. OTF Jam, the alleged informant in Chicago rapper Lil Durk's murder for hire case, is out of jail on house arrest and daring anyone to come try him. Now, this is a story post that he put to his own Instagram, dropping an address. And he would say,
I'm trying to see who trying to get in their blood. It was a whole lot of wolfing when I was in jail. Now it's time to show up and prove.
For and anybody else that feel like they like that, I'm doing something Sammy the Bull didn't do. I'm dropping my own location, fresh out on house arrest. I'm trying to see who trying to get it in blood. It was a whole lot of woofing when I was in jail. Now it's time to show and prove. Now, for anyone that...
Listen, bro, the next time Vlad interviews Sammy the Bull, he's going to talk about this shit. I promise you. I promise you.
No, Sammy the Bull was basically John Gotti's hitman. He caught like 17 and 19 murders.
Damn.
Snitched on John Gotti and then barely did any time for any of the murders, right? So Jam is comparing himself to Sammy the Bull. It's crazy because we got some people from Chicago speaking out. 600 Breezy, I know Jam. If he was going to snitch, he would have snitched a long time ago.
At first, there was like OTF Jam, and then you stopped hearing his name.
I know Jam personally.
Oh, really?
Like,
okay.
Personally. So, my mom's side, that St. Life Evans, St. Lawrence, all that shit, Evans Mob, Hit Squad, all that shit like that, where Jam is from, he would be considered my op, but he not because of my other people type shit, because he's from 79th and Vernon. Jam, I don't think Jam, if Jam was gonna snitch, he'd have been snitched on a lot of shit a long time ago. Jam's done a lot of time in jail. Jam.
Well, now he's snitching. Maybe he was just waiting to snitch. Shit, maybe he was waiting to get in the position to snitch. Motherfuckers don't snitch.
Right.
You ain't snitching right away.
I tilt my hat to him. I ain't never seen Jam do no bitch ass shit. So
yeah.
when they started saying his name, I was the first nigga probably like, I don't believe that. I gotta see proof.
Another one. This is how I know Jam didn't snitch on Lil Durk. I don't believe it 100%.
Mention to him, Jam ain't had enough time out here for them to get that type of bond with Jam. So put it on Jam. Or Jam a snitch. Have that shit been put out yet? That it was a wire warrant in the case? Have the documents, the black and white, say that someone with a wire?
No, we have to check cases.com.
No, wait, hold on. They say they got audio recordings, video recordings.
But how you know they will say 100%. They will tell you wiretap.
Let me finish. I don't think they're being actually specific of who and what, but they are saying that they got audio.
But they will tell you 100% that it's wiretap.
Now here's the thing, right? Regardless of anyone's personal opinion, Jam might have been a stone cold killer and no one thought he was gonna snitch, whatever. They're saying in court they've identified him as the prosecutor's witness number 1.
Wow.
And he's gonna testify.
He's number 1, bro. He's number 1. He's first in line.
This. If Jam sat down with the feds, right? And he's talking to the feds and he's gonna give them information and he's gonna be talking about all of these things. I've never been in any federal situation, knock on wood, I don't ever want to. But from what I understand, he can't just tell about this. He has to tell about everything. Now, this is Gene Borello. He was an associate of, I believe, the Bonanno crime family, the mafia, and he cooperated, went against them. But he's gonna break down how when you snitch, when you cooperate with the federal fucking government, you can't just tell on one thing, because they're talking about a different mob guy in this video. And he's saying you can't just snitch on that. You have to tell them every single fucking crime you've ever committed. So when they give you a pass, the pass is for every single crime you've ever committed. But if you didn't tell them something and it isn't documented, that's gonna fuck you.
No, but the thing...
Yeah, that's how it's... I can see with that logic, because it helps you and it helps them. They want everything. And they're willing to protect you from everything, but you better give them everything. Because if you give them some little tiny bullshit and then this comes up, well, your little hall pass you got didn't cover this. Maybe you should have been talking more, dickhead.
This is, and you know, like I said, I'm fair. I just keep it real. You can't sit with the government and just cooperate on that, especially when he has all that stuff in his past. So like when you sit down with them, they're not worried about you cooperating against those guys. They're gonna want also mafia stuff. So if he did sit with the government, with the agents, he's gonna have to tell them everything he's done in his life. That's just part of the deal. So he has to admit to everything he's done. They're not gonna just let you sit there and talk about whatever he's saying. They're gonna ask for everything you've done since you're 5 years old. That's the way it works. So when you do agree to a proffer, you have to admit to everything you've ever done in your life. That's the only thing where that's getting mixed up, you know?
So from my understanding, Jam is gonna have to sit down, or probably already has sat down with the feds and explain to them every single murder he's committed. And so he can't just be like, oh, Durk this, Durk that. No, he has to explain everything he's done, which is gonna more so prove how dangerous he is. And then he's gonna drop, yeah, this is why Durk was shouting me out. This is why Durk gave me money. This is what Durk sent me to go do. This is dangerous. Now, it also came up in court. The feds revealed Lil Durk was mad at 6ix9ine and Wack 100 for trolling him about not sliding for Vaughn. And the interview was a major motivation for him to really slide. Federal prosecutors brought up the 6ix9ine and Wack 100 interview during Lil Durk's court hearing, arguing that their viral slide for Vaughn trolling negatively affected Durk's mindset and contributed to his alleged motivation to slide for Vaughn.
Nigga that put fucking 10 bullets in King Vaughn and he died there by himself. Why nobody slid for that? Yo, y'all want this?
No, I'm gonna be real with you.
No.
Hold on. I discovered.
Say, yo, Durk,
listen.
sloppy me.
This dude 6ix9ine knows exactly what he fucking doing, bro. He literally, I don't know how Durk fell for this shit, bro. You let yourself get tricked out the spot by a Mexican dude that has 6ix9ine tatted on his body 69 times and he has fucking rainbow hair, bro. How you get tricked out your spot like that?
Discovered King Von.
No, I
When
don't
King
want to talk
Von
about
died.
King
So
Von.
I don't know.
Now, I feel like, of course, they're gonna throw that in there, right? 6ix9ine is the king of trolls. So it's like, of course, the feds are gonna be like, oh, you know, this pushed him even further in that direction because he didn't like the internet saying this and that, da-da-da. I mean, yeah, people were trolling. It was happening. And maybe it did have an effect on his mentality. You know, just like we saw with the DJ Academics interview with Durk, he was like, yeah, I don't see people saying that shit anymore. Do you see that?
Yeah, he couldn't wait to let Academics know that shit. He couldn't wait to let him know that shit. I don't see nobody talking no more.
Like, nah, it slowed down. So it's like, Now, not only do we have OTF Jam being a snitch, we have new documents showing that OTF Vonnie allegedly identified as protective witness number 2 in Lil Durk's case. And I mean, this came out that these two guys were the alleged snitches, and it wasn't necessarily confirmed, but these were the big rumors, and now it's 100% confirmed.
Wow.
And I mean, this is the proof here. Video depicting Banks, Vaughn, and PW2 purchasing jewelry. This was Vaughn, Durk, and Vonnie inside an icebox. So we got Durk shopping, we got Vonnie ass right here, we got Vaughn to the left. And what's crazy is if Vaughn knew he was a rat, Vaughn probably would have killed him himself.
Bro, you got the Asian dude right there on the right, getting ready to sell these motherfuckers some moissanite diamonds.
I don't even think Vaughn would have sent anybody. I think Vaughn would have did it himself, to be honest. But this video's got 6.7 million views.
He's checking
from
his shit
7 years ago, and nobody would have known that years later,
the dude right next to you,
Vaughn would be dead.
He's gonna
and
snitch
Durk
on
will
you.
be standing next to the man that's gonna testify against him.
Crazy.
This is the cold reality of, you know, really crime. Vonnie could have told in anything. It could have been a robbery. It could have been anything.
He's told on Durk.
And Vonnie had a lot of participation in this case. You know, allegedly, according to the paperwork, Vonnie was the main one setting everything up. He was acting like the face for Durk. So of course he's gonna be like, nah, Durk did all this. Durk was behind this. He ain't trying to spend forever in federal prison. And for him to even have a chance at coming home, he has to make sure that Durk spends forever in federal prison.
Because if he get out, coming for that ass.
But that is the update. Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section.
Listen, man, shout out Jake, bro. It's over for Lil Durk, man. It's over for Lil Durk. It's been over, man. Like, he got 2 homies snitching on him. He crashed out over some stupid shit. He had it all, though. He had it all. I give him that. But, man, I'll see you on the next one, all right?